What's going on, guys? I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
We're the 406 Boys. We're back with another live stream. And today we're talking about everything horror movies, whether it's from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, all the way up until 2023. So if you just have anything you want to talk about, we're going to be talking about movies. We're also going to be going over some of the movies we have listed in the nominations for the Craven Awards. So
Craven.
we're going to be going over the Craven Awards in this live stream as well. So Travis, let's talk about the Craven Awards a little bit. What can these guys expect with the Craven Awards?
I'm not entirely sure what to expect since we're just kind of trying some new things out, but I expect at least an interesting little
so
video.
With what we know so far, what can these guys expect with what's the baseline of what we're doing with the Craven Awards?
So we're doing a horror themed Academy Awards. I know that Dead Meat kind of did something like this, but I have had this thought in my mind before they did it, and was just happy that Dead Meat actually did do it. But it actually inspired me to kind of do it myself, to bring up this old project.
And I think this is really exciting that we're getting to do this, and so I'm so excited that we're finally getting to do this. October 31st is going to be the live stream. We have we get our shirts in the mail tomorrow. We're not going to say on here what those shirts are yet, but be prepared for those. Mm-hmm. We have shirts we're going to wear on the live stream. So be prepared for that. Travis and I won't know who wins what award on the day of the live stream. It'll be completely random for us to know who wins, so it'll be completely we won't know who wins what award.
However, one thing I will say is that some votes are already coming in.
Yeah, some votes are already coming in from the panel. Travis, you saw, and just so you know, this live stream will have some spoilers. Some spoilers, I guess. Travis, without giving any spoilers for this movie, because I haven't seen it, what can you say about Saw X?
Saw X is one where I really did like it. I have not been a fan of the Saw films, mainly because of the fact it just seemed just pointless violence, gore, and torture or whatever for the sake of it. And I was interested in the Jigsaw character himself, but it seems like he's kind of a background character in his own series.
Yeah.
What I liked is how they actually gave character development to him, and actually humanized Jigsaw at the point where it's like, while I don't excuse his actions, I can 100% understand why he's doing this.
Yeah.
And overall, I think I would say the first half is basically the first half of it was actually kind of definitely the best part. The second half is really good, and basically the first half is basically this ticking time sort of thing, and it's basically like it's like the old technique of Alfred Hitchcock, where there's two people at a table talking about baseball, but there's a bomb underneath, and it shows the bomb is there, so it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And even then, the scenes that were gratuitous or whatever were not even that violent in this one. It still delivers the good. It's just that it's not like unrealistically like gallons upon gallons of blood just spraying everywhere.
Hello, Eric. Eric's here.
Oh, alright.
How's it going, Eric? So I saw you saw the Mean One. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went live a few minutes early, so.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about Saw X.
Mhm.
So.
And I enjoyed Saw X overall. It's probably the best Saw film of them all so far.
Which is crazy because for a while for me it was the first one. So.
Mm-hmm.
And there hasn't been one that's come out that has beat the first one. So. I'm excited. It was better than Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey because it didn't take... That's the problem with Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey is because it took itself so seriously, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is it took itself so seriously.
I think the big thing is that there was no effort into it because the person who made it essentially was like, well, it's going to make money anyway, so why even try?
I think that's the problem is Eric Travis and I were talking about this today is that it was just a complete cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Like, no passion. And
Yeah.
I'm aware that the sequel is going to have 5 times the budget, but honestly, I don't think it's going to matter anything.
Yeah.
If anything, it's the 5 times the budget means they're going to have a light.
Yeah.
And they're going to have they're going to upgrade from Spirit of Halloween costumes to at least somewhat decent costumes. And so,
Yeah. For sure. The mean one was self-aware and didn't take itself so seriously, so therefore it was much better. Yeah, and plus they had a pretty decent actor playing the mean one. So
yeah.
I mean, I've seen the first Terrifier. I haven't seen Terrifier 2 yet, but
I remember when we kind of had to treat it as an NC-17, even though it wasn't an NC-17.
Yeah.
And it was
like if you look up Terrifier 2 on Google and go to images, like the images are blurred out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to actually click on the images, and it'll say, "Are you sure you want to view this image?" It'll be like that. It's so bad.
And the thing is, it's always hard to explain the NC-17 because even though parents are bringing their kids to it, and that would be good for an R rating, but it's hard to explain that even with that, 17 or older, no exceptions.
David Howard Thornton is an excellent actor. Yeah, I agree. I saw him in the first one. He said Terrifier 2 is being re-released in November, so you should check it out in theaters, Dylan. I would definitely be down to see it in theaters if it comes here.
Yeah. I actually remember it came last October.
I would definitely be down to see it in theaters.
We actually had it in our theater for a while.
Yeah, I remember that. I wanted to see it, but I just didn't get around to seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard so many things that if you like gore and stuff like that, that's gonna be your movie to watch.
There's one kill scene that lasts for 5 minutes.
And it's like, oh my god, okay, that's enough slices.
That is enough. It's like, okay. It's like, okay, you're good. Okay, that's enough slices.
I love movies like that. It's like, they're stupid, but that's why I like the Hostel movies, because it's like, the kills in those movies are pretty graphic too, and that's why I like them. They're stupid movies, but Terrifier 1 is good, but Terrifier 2 is much better. I've heard that, yeah.
And each Terrifier has that one moment every
I've heard that as well, that each Terrifier has that one moment where it's like, oh my god!
Just more money? Okay, let's get even more graphic.
And just the sinister smile that David Howard Thornton has is just, oh my god.
Yeah, and even then, even though they call him Art the Clown, technically he's a mime. Yeah. Or at least supposed to be one, anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. But I would say that no film in recent memory have we had more trouble intercepting the R rating thing as much as Smile.
Eric, wouldn't it be cool if you got David for one of your movies? What if you got David for one of your movies?
Nothing important. But yeah, it's just really funny because of the fact that Smile was so big here, and that every single person, like in middle school, they all wanted to see the movie. Every single one of them.
Said he talked to his agent once before. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I bet you get a lot of kids trying to sneak into R-rated movies.
All the time.
And, like, how many of the times do the kids get away with it? Like, how much percentage-wise?
Very rarely, because we are really on top of it usually, but
yeah.
But
so percentage-wise, how many times do you catch them and kick them out?
I've caught we've caught a few of them. Like I would say at least 5 per night. As long as that movie is there. Especially mostly on the weekends, especially.
Okay. He said his agent is also the agent for C.J. Graham, who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 6. Oh, okay, gotcha. That's another franchise where it's like I love watching those movies just because of the kills that are in it. Like the one kill that stands out for me, one of the kills that stands out to me in the whole fucking franchise is the one where the guy gets it's either the harpoon or the arrow through the eye, and the eye sticks out like to the screen or whatever, and it's the eyeball on the arrow.
Oh yeah, like he squeezes the guy's head.
Yeah, and that eyeball sticks out to the screen or whatever.
Yeah,
I love that so much.
And it was literally so jarring every single time until it's like it was meant to be in 3D. And even with the 3D glasses, the 3D effect was not that good.
And randomly Kevin Bacon's in there.
Oh yeah, in the first movie.
Yeah, randomly Kevin Bacon's in there. It's like, whoa, okay. David has to be a SAG member since one of the other actors doesn't mean one is a SAG member, so we can get David if we all become SAG members. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah. I wanna see the Mean One too, so just because it's one of those ones I wanna see. But I'm glad Travis and I finally were able to see Blood and Honey. Cross that off, before the year ended.
Legit, I will say that out of all the slashers that I've seen, I think Blood and Honey has to be one of the worst, if not the worst slasher film I have seen. Just the incompetence is just amazing. And even if that were not the case, it's a scummy business practice that they had for that one. The people in that. I do know that after seeing the actor who played him, he seems like a chill, down the earth kind of guy. But it's mostly the director, just because he's one of those guys that lashes out at his critics and is unprofessional about it.
He said it's on iTunes.
Cool. iTunes, got it.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed was the guy seems like a down to earth kind of guy, and really nice and stuff. So. But yeah, so for the Craven Awards, I'm excited because we have so many movies on there that are, and keep in mind this is for 2022, but we have so many movies on there that are different horror movies. There's some on there that are thrillers, and there's some on there that are gore, and there's some on there that are slashers. There's some on there that are, you know what I mean?
Pretty much all the movies on there are really good. Smile is an excellent psychological thriller, even though it borrows a lot of elements from The Ring and stuff. It's still a really unnerving movie. Barbarian is an excellent movie.
Eric says, when are you coming to Billings again to film?
I believe we're coming on the 25th, I think is where it is.
25th of what?
October. 25th through the 27th, I believe, is when we're going to be coming by.
Okay.
Let's see, what else was on there? The Menu is a really good one. It's not like the other slashers or whatever. It's not very violent or anything, but it's an unnerving thriller piece. Let's see. X and Pearl are excellent movies too.
Yeah.
Especially with Mia Goth's 8-minute uninterrupted monologue section with basically one continuous take.
Yeah.
Let's see. The rest of them are ones where it's yeah, they're good.
Yep.
Things like Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Those that's good. Stuff like Men. That's a pretty good one too. Nope is a good one. Nope is a really good one.
Nope is definitely a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get into the one category that's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Off topic, but has Travis ever thought about letting his hair get as long as mine is currently?
No.
Travis doesn't like Travis doesn't like really long hair.
I hate having long hair.
Yeah, Travis doesn't really like long hair, but
the bad ones for sure. There's Morbius, which
oh god, Morbius.
The one that literally spawned memes so often that Sony honestly thought that they had fans, and they re-released the film because they thought they had enough fan base to basically get their money back, and it backfired badly.
Yeah, for sure.
At the point where I think they only made $80,000 on its opening release.
Yeah.
And then my favorite has to be the change.org thing that's oh, I had to work that weekend. Try it again and I'll come back next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Legit, people think I'm making this up, but this was real stuff.
Yeah.
They honestly thought that they had fans because of the memes.
Yep.
When Morbius was one of those movies that people mostly watched unironically.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's one that many have not seen, Studio 666, which was a passion project by the lead singer of the Foo Fighters, and it was supposed to be kind of this Evil Dead-esque horror comedy.
Eric says never seen Nope.
See it. Nope is amazing.
Yeah, you need to see it.
It's a great subversion of the alien abduction story. And overall, and the message especially is pretty clear. It's mostly basically a story about exposure and how basically people will literally spectacles, how they're obsessed with spectacles essentially.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, the problem with Studio 666 is that it's just stupid. It tries to be funny, but it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Then, Firestarter, which is... It's easy to say nothing happens in this movie. Firestarter, almost nothing happens in this movie. At the point where I remember my mother, who has read the book, hated the movie. Literally, when asking... Is there anything from the book that made it in the movie?
Yeah.
They cast a Native American to play John Red Crow.
Eric said, I'll trust Travis's judgment since he convinced me to see Barbie.
Mm-hmm. Nope is actually a really good horror comedy. It has the same comedy level of comedy that Get Out and Us did. And it's actually, and even though it's not outright scary, it does have level of tension into it.
Yeah.
And it's mostly a social commentary piece like his other movies.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, at the point where Firestarter, the only thing that my mother said that they got right in it is, other than the powers being right, and there's a government facility after this girl with telekinetic powers, and they cast a Native American to play John Red Crow. Other than that, that was it.
Yeah.
The Invitation was another snooze fest.
Sometimes changing the book can be a good thing. Good example is the Jaws movie is way better than the Jaws book.
Yeah, there are some exceptions to it, but usually the change usually has to make sense. When I was told the outline of Firestarter, I actually was a little more engaged by reading the summary than at the actual movie.
You said the characters are so unlikable in the Jaws book.
Yes. Yeah, I heard that too. So, what else? Invitation. Boring vampire film that was basically one of those PG-13 horror films where nothing, not to say that's a death sentence, but usually that just means we want to basically put more butts in seats or whatever, so we don't have to put in as much effort or whatever. And it's CGI heavy, and it's usually kind of dark at times. And I don't really remember much from The Invitation except it wasn't good. Texas Chainsaw 2022 was really bad. The only thing that I can say that I liked about it is it's short. And that the bus massacre was entertaining.
He said, I struggle with reading because I have ADHD. Me too, Eric. I have ADHD too, so I struggle with that too.
Usually the best way that I always do is I listen to audiobooks or have someone read it to me.
Yeah, same here.
What else was on there? Let me check and see what all I put on there. This will take just a second. Boom. Oh yeah. The only other one is Halloween Ends, which I would say is a contender for one of the worst Halloween movies. It's always interesting with Halloween and the other big the big slasher guys or whatever, because with something like Nightmare on Elm Street, even the bad ones, I'm at least mildly entertained by them or whatever. Friday the 13th has one where it's like it's sort of the fast food of horror films where there's some enjoyment of it, but down the surface they're technically not that good of movies. Halloween is one of those ones where when they are bad, they are really bad. Like you got the really good ones, then you got the ones that are passable, and the ones that are bad like literally hit rock bottom.
Eric said Halloween Ends was so disappointing. The whole thing with Corey was so unnecessary.
And I get why they were doing it. They wanted to use the whole thing that evil takes all shapes, blah blah blah. But the problem is that the trailers promised it basically this finale or whatever, and it barely and maybe like 2 minutes of it, it happens, and the rest of it, Michael basically is barely even in his own movie. Instead, we just get some edgelord punk, essentially, for lack of a better term.
Halloween Resurrection is a joke. Even Jamie Lee Curtis thinks it's a joke.
At least with Halloween Resurrection, I can at least be entertained with Busta Rhymes' antics or whatever. Even though it's outright disrespectful to Michael, I feel like Rhymes was the one, probably one of the only ones that kind of came to work that day. Just because I'm trying to find some level of entertainment, and even though it's stupid, and even though it's stupid, I'll somewhat take it over. Like I would rather be flabbergasted than outright just, why is this happening? Like, if that makes any sense. I'd rather it be entertainingly bad instead of a slugfest, I guess is the best way I can say it.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's all the bad movies this year.
So, the one thing we're gonna do, Eric, is I ordered t-shirts for Travis and I to wear on the live stream on the 31st, and it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna wear those on the 31st, and then the live stream is at 8:30 on the 31st, and then we're gonna have all the envelopes already ready to go. We're gonna have all the envelopes ready to go already, and then we're just gonna fire them off. Talk about why this one won, why it didn't win, whatever. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Stuff like
maybe
that.
Maybe before we do the nomination thing, we can basically sort of explain why each of these movies are in each of these categories.
Yeah.
Probably too.
So.
And Eric, another thing that I will mention is that a movie that I highly recommend that you see also is Barbarian. That's another one where, and all I'll say is that I did send you a message about it, basically telling you about it. But Barbarian is one where honestly, the less you know going in, the better.
Yep.
And it is one of the few movies that genuinely actually scared me a little bit.
Yeah, genuinely, that movie did scare me too.
And I would say what I find the most effective is watch that one specifically with all the lights turned off.
Yep. That one I think you can watch on Max.
I think you can watch it on Max.
I think it's on Max. I think it's on Max. You can watch it. Yeah. So Eric, when I saw it in theaters, I don't even think Shocked can cover what I saw.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. I won't say anything else. You need to see that movie. Please watch that movie.
Also,
and let me know what you think of it on like a live stream. Start a live stream. We'll join a live stream and we'll talk about it.
And
face
also,
to face, because we need to talk about that movie.
And also, another thing, watch the trailer before that.
Yeah, watch the trailer before you watch the movie.
But yeah, definitely I recommend Barbarian. I recommend Nope. I really recommend Smile, Pearl, X, The Menu, and...
The Menu is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, and people who don't like it, them be fighting words.
And I watch it. I watch The Menu also for one reason.
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy.
No.
Ralph Fiennes? Oh, okay, yeah.
You know why?
Why? Voldemort. Oh, right. Voldemort.
A lot of people actually didn't realize that that's Voldemort. It's like, that's Voldemort? And it's like, yeah, so he's playing another villain.
Yeah.
So...
And
when I show him the picture of Voldemort and put the picture of Ralph Fiennes as the chef and put them side by side, it's like, oh yeah, I can kind of see it.
Yeah. Oh, Black Phone is a good one too.
Oh yeah, Black Phone was actually more surprisingly good than I thought it would be.
I was afraid it was going to like rely on the gimmick of the phone and contacting the ghost.
That's one that I went into it like I really shouldn't do this, but I went into it thinking it was going to be bad, and I was actually really surprised how good it was.
And what I really appreciate about it is that one, the serial killer in that seems like someone who could have been a real serial killer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the one thing I can say the most is that literally, the characters for once are not idiots.
Yeah.
It's just that the killer is always one step ahead of everyone.
Yeah. For sure.
After that, there's ones like Bodies, 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 which is a good one, especially for the twist. The twist is actually...
He said, I think the look of the villain in Black Phone is inspired by London After Midnight.
I can sort of see it.
Yeah. So, he said with the look. My streaming software is messing up a little bit, so I'm probably gonna end the stream a little bit early.
Okay.
So Eric, do you have any other questions or anything you want to say before I end the stream? This will be a little stream before I do any other streams later on. Do you have anything else you want to say before I end the stream? This is just a little short stream, I guess, because my streaming software is being buggy. So.
And I think it's best to stop it when we can, rather than just mow through it or whatever and have something happen, like it freezes or something.
Yeah. We'll just see if Eric has anything to say. What's worse, Halloween 6 or Halloween 8?
6.
Which one's Halloween 8?
Resurrection.
Halloween 6, yeah. I'd say Halloween 6. Just for the fact that...
Yeah, I would say 6
I
worse.
think just because... I think the thing that saves Resurrection is, like you said, that one guy.
Busta Rhymes.
I think Busta Rhymes saves Resurrection over Halloween 6 for me. Otherwise, if Busta Rhymes wasn't in Resurrection, it'd probably be Resurrection.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Nightmare on Elm Street 5.
I would say 5 is probably worse. 5 has good ideas behind it, but is not nearly as entertaining as 4 was.
Yeah. I would definitely say.
And even then, I don't hate Nightmare on Elm Street 5. In fact,
I don't know why, but I always liked Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Yeah, I think that's an objective fact, is that 3 is probably the best sequel.
I always liked number 3.
Though 7 is actually a really good one too.
Yeah, I like. Which one's 7?
The other one that Wes Craven did, where essentially he made it like a commentary on how the fact that Freddy no longer became scary because he was marketed in toys and stuff for children or whatever.
That's a good one. Worst Friday the 13th movie.
Worst Friday the 13th movie, I would honestly have to say...
Jason X?
No. I laugh at Jason X. I find enjoyment in that one.
Yeah.
I would say
Jason Goes to Hell.
Probably that one.
Yeah, I'd say Jason Goes to Hell, honestly.
Though Jason X actually reminds me...
Jason X does make me laugh, though. Yeah. I honestly laughed at the scene where she got her face frozen and smashed onto the counter.
Though here's a funny idea that it makes me think of. A potential video, which is the best, Battle of the X's. Jason X, Fast X, Saw X, and X.
Yeah. Jason X is stupid, but at least it's self-aware, and... Yeah, I agree. It's entertaining, for sure. But this is where we're going to end the live stream because my software is being buggy. But Eric, thank you so much for stopping by and entertaining us and interacting with us. Hopefully you can watch our new video and we'll be posting our part 2 video to that video for worst Halloween candy tomorrow. Be looking out for that. Worst Saw movie?
Probably 7.
6 or 7. 6 or 7. I didn't like 6 or 7.
6 at least had the merry-go-round
7,
thing.
yeah. 7, yeah. But look out for that movie tomorrow. Look out for that video tomorrow, Eric. Yeah, it's just my software is being buggy a little bit. It may seem okay, but I'm getting lots of high frequencies on my streaming software, so I gotta end it now before it messes up the VOD. So, but Eric, go ahead and when you get a chance, watch that video that we just posted on our channel, and look out for that video tomorrow. If you like this live stream and you want to see more videos like this live stream, hit that sub button, smash that like button, turn on notifications so you get notified. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
We're the 46 Boys. See ya.